7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Get your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Martin Efanshuku, aka Meta,
and Christy, aka Emelari, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
on the morning drive.
103.5 FM.
Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 8th day of January 2024. Today is Monday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories, making the headlines. Please, stay with us.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that the complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that a complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper, Leadership, Vanguard, Daily Post, Punch, Sun, The Nation. This day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-96661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we are live at Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Drop your comment on the comment section of the live video. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Delta Lord's Army on fight against oil theft crimes. Tinubu orders probe of Edu humanitarian ministry over 37 billion naira, 535 million naira funds. President to commission Lagos Red Line Rail project next month. Federal government in fiscal dilemma over high inflation, low revenue, FX crisis. How Igbo nation can advance by Kalo. 3.4 billion naira debt. Oyo AG falls Makinde's paucity of funds claims. 3.4 billion naira debt. Oyo AG falls Makinde's paucity of funds claim. Ogun couple nabbed over death of 45-year-old man. Worsening insecurity. Anyoku blames killings on non-prosecution of perpetrators. Lagos records 6,442 emergencies in 54 months as Alimosho tops list. AAU disowns satellite campuses once operators arrested. Tinubu felicitates with Kiari, Shangori, Adedeji on birthdays. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrests female supplier of ammunition to bandits. Police arrest 85 suspects for sexual assault, secure 27 convictions in Borno, towards an inclusive society for people living with disability. Operators frown at attacks by hoodlums on truck drivers in Lagos. Expert urges Lagos government to sanitize real estate sector. Okechukwu hails Tinubu's capacity anti-graft campaign. Convene peaceful coexistence meetings to address insecurity. Afenifere tells Tinubu. Obi, Dangote, channels orders for African Global Lifetime Inspirational Awards. Imo CP launches a manhunt for abductors of ex-monarch's council share. At Kogi Poly convocation, Bello scores administration high in education. Others. Presidency keeps mum as uproar over Tinubu's palliative gesture to lawmakers' wages. Police nab 3 for public disturbance in Lagos. Lagos adopts alternative sources of powering street lights. Lagos adopts alternative sources of powering street lights. Police warns residents against circulating fake news on security threats in FCT. Group empowers women with food items, pledges more in 2024. Nigeria signs a memorandum of understanding with Saudi Arabia on Hajj. Oturukpo Carnival marks cultural renaissance in Ika. Motorboy driver rescued as truck skis off Apapa Bridge. Foundation gives cash, celebrates elders. Supreme Court affirms states have no regulatory powers on inland waterways. 5 dead, 30 others rescued as boats capsizes in rivers Niger. 5 dead, 30 others rescued as boats capsizes in river Niger. Foundation lobbies UK Parliament to tackle Nigeria's out-of-school challenges. CBN pays airline additional $61.64 million stock funds. Lord choosing urges Christians to pray for leaders. Church, save us from evictors. Yoruba traders, others cry to federal government, para government. Yoruba Obas Forum condemns installation of kings in diaspora, says a tradition forbids such move. Group 6 end to prosecution of activist Abe Trotsky. PDP accuses para-senators, reps of diverting federal government's rice. Welders refute minister's $10 billion yearly loss claim. Minister of Information and National Orientation addresses circulating narratives on payments made by Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. Insecurity. Tinubu must be accountable for protection of lives, property. Northern Coalition insists. Family announces Abdul Ganiyu Onikoyi as choice for vacant Onikoyi stool. Kogi government to unveil new Oyinoi of Ibira land out of 70 contestants. Official. National Association of Nigerian Students urges Tinubu to prioritize security. Recruitment. Commissioner of Police assures applicants of transparency in Jigawa. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. And from the Guardian newspaper, we flip over to Leadership newspaper. By election, Mustafa emerges winner of APC Yobe East senatorial primaries. Yobe Private Schools License Revocation to Streamline Education Sector Records Commissioner. Yobe Private Schools License Revocation to Streamline Education Sector Records Commissioner. Insecurity. Governor Buni meets Tinubu Police Affairs Minister. NIWA has exclusive rights over inland waterways. Supreme Court. Governor Buni inaugurates 11-man committee on 2023-2024 demographic health survey. KB farmers, traders lament extortion by security operatives. Varsities deny engaging fake professors. Kanu schools resume for second term today. Kaduna Business Schools not fake. Rector replies NUC. Professionals want paravarsity of education in Ibomia. Professionals want paravarsity of education in Ibomina. Abbey Mortgage Bank's new board anticipates growth. NITDA seeks collaboration with ICPC to tackle corruption. Customs Zone B apprehends 4 suspects, seizes police uniforms, other items. FAO warns against escalating food prices. AFCON 2023, Morocco, Guinea-Bissau, first to arrive Cote d'Ivoire. AFCON 2023, Super Eagles will be victorious. NFF president assures Nigerians. Nadal withdraws from Australian Open, cites hip injury. AFN set up 5-man committee for Africa Games, Olympics, others. Tinubu clears 12 billion naira as standing payment for Super Eagles, others. Tinubu mourns Nigeria's FIFA under-16 winning coach. Broderick's Imusan. Certificate racketeering, a cancer on Nigeria's education system. Wishful thinking as a state strategy. FCT, IRS urges ministries, department agencies, employers to file annual returns before January 31. Experts seek government's empathy, solutions to ease Nigeria's pain. AG Mortgage completes first tranche of 2 billion naira fundraising. NAPTIN gas quality certification after 2 years audit. NACO invest 1 billion naira to facilitate export cargoes at Lagos Airport. Mining sector growth. Fidelity Bank seeks approval, listing of 3.2 billion naira shares on NGX. Tenor limit. Insurance sector overall imminent as 15 CEOs, EDs leave. 585 million naira palliatives payment. Tinubu orders approve of better edu. 2027 politics begins. Opposition hints at a measure to form mega party. CBN settles $2 billion forest forwards with banks. EFCC took no documents. Files from our office, Dangote. Nigeria, Saudi Arabia signed memorandum of understanding on 2024 Hajj. Nigerian Air Force airstrikes kill 12 terrorists, destroy armory in Bronu. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency names a female ammunition supplier en route to bandits camp. Liverpool strike late to knock Arsenal out of FA Cup. Tinubu, we've taken this. Top 10 VN88 reasons wireless charging pads on the market. FA Cup. De Bruyne returns as Man City trash Huddersfield 5-0, advance to 4th round. You are a man of action. Tinubu hails NMPCL boss Kiari on birthday anniversary. Alcohol poisoning claims 4 lives, 40 hospitalized in Tunisia. Loftus check. Giroud. Traore on target as Milan trash Empoli. Salahu. Omolori. Others eye Ohinoi stool as new monarch emerges next week. Brazil beats late Mario Zagallo. Farewell. BBC documentary revealed alleged atrocities, cover-ups by late T.B. Joshua. SCOAN. BBC documentary reveals alleged atrocities, cover-up by late T.B. Joshua. SCOAN. Imo Commissioner of Police deploys special squad to rescue kidnapped monarch. 30 rescued as boat mishap claims 5 in Anambra. Driver, assistant, injured as truck falls off Lagos Bridge. Yuletide, NMPCL fulfills energy security promises. Actress Halle Berry welcomes son with boyfriend DDG. AAPU probes certificate racketeering in Cotonou varsities, hails Nigerian government. How to help a child heal after abuse, assault, or trauma. Year-round fashion trends. Use bow tie when you wish to celebrate in style. Fun game to try out in your leisure time. Tinubu clears a 12 billion naira backlog of debts owed super egos others. Yobe East, Mustafa picks APC ticket to succeed son-in-law, Gaidam. Emir of Bauchi turbans the Wu as first Wakilin Fulani. Police fix January 8th for recruitment screening. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. And from the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to Vanguard newspaper. Farmers, traders in KB film over extortion by security operatives. Stock market investors gain 2.7 trillion naira in 1 week. FCTA to punish employers over failure to file annual returns. FX backlog. CBN pays foreign airlines additional $61.6 million. University of Ibadan, University of Ilorin, Covenant varsities say no fake professors on payroll. 44 billion naira fraud. PDP wants immediate sack. Prosecution of minister. Nigeria's money in wrong hands. Adeboye. Chinese and Nigerian firms sign $1 billion gas flaring deal. US-based professor urges Tinubu to boost diaspora remittances to alleviate forest scarcity. Federal government of Baze, don't demolish Titan, Keystone, and Polaris banks. Test run of automation launch. We will revolutionize passport application system. Minister. EFCC visits. Dangote explains, assures stakeholders. Rivers, we will know who is who at the right time. Wike. APC will take over Anambra in 2024. Ngige. Buhari's administration, not a failure. Ngige. 585 million naira fraud allegation against me, plotted by mischief makers. Beta Edu. Tinubu must not play politics with insecurity, but they judge. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Police investigate woman's death in Lagos hotel. Kanu police invite 52 criminal arrowheads for dialogue. Same terrorists killing Christians, Muslims in Kaduna, Plateau, Benue, Shehu Sani. Unknown gunmen kidnap ex-Imo traditional ruler council chair. YOSEMA, Christian Association of Nigeria, confirm killing of pastor, 5 others by Boko Haram terrorists in Yobe. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And from the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to Daily Post newspaper. Federal government denies plans to demolish 1,500 houses in Hindu Abuja community. Lagos government vows a crackdown on all illegal buildings. Anambra boat mishap. NIWA confirms 8 dead, rescues 38 passengers. 585 million naira scandal. National Association of Nigerian Students hails Tinubu for ordering investigation. Alleged fraud. PDP demands better Edu's sack. Prosecution. Nigerian Air Force airstrikes. Eliminate terrorists. Destroy weapons in Boronu. Yobe women demand justice for housewife murdered while sleeping beside husband. Boronu government reaffirms a ban on illegal mining as insecurity persists. By election. Rep Okorie emerges Labour Party's Ebonyi South senatorial candidate. PDP G5 governors will support Tinubu in 2027 autumn. Central Bank of Nigeria disburses $61 million to foreign airlines to settle mature forest backlog. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Daily Post newspaper, will flip over to the Punch newspaper. Federal government wins control of inland waterways as Supreme Court. Nigerian varsity appoints American professor vice chancellor. Sanwo-Olu signs 2024 budget this week. Japan earthquake death toll hits 161. Lawmakers budget fresh 30 billion naira for National Assembly renovation. Governor celebrates wife at 57. Military airstrikes kill terrorists in Borno. Utomi to coordinate opposition parties' measures ahead of 2027. Lagos plans 15 new jetties to boost water transportation. Pupils return to school after Christmas holidays. Ayedatiwa denies a plan to dissolve Ondo APC leadership. 233 illegal refineries destroyed. 112 oil thieves arrested. 2023. Military. Army redeploys 206 generals, cancels 120 postings. Ex-permanent secretary joins Edo governorship race. Retired general, professor, 5 others just for Ohinoyi's 2. We will enforce laws this year. Sanwo-Olu. While PDP G5 governors will support Tinubu in 2027 autumn. Nigeria, Saudi signed memorandum of understanding on 2024 Hajj. Ban on illegal mining still in force. Borno. Edo 2024 Afebua vows to win APC ticket governorship election. Yahaya Bello to unveil new Kogi monarch. We are praying you dump PDP. APC chieftain tells Wike. Presidency denies a cash distribution to National Assembly members during Yuletide. 585 million naira fraud. Tinubu orders approve of humanitarian ministry. Lagos warns residents against a patronizing estate firm, House Height Limited. Military airstrikes kill terrorists, destroy armories in Borno. Edo polls, members will determine APC governorship candidate, says Oshomole. G5 will support Tinubu's re-election in 2027 autumn. Plateau teachers suspend the planned strike. Adeleke, Lord's Senator, overruled projects. And that's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. And from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Federal government wades into Edu's 585 million naira grant scandal as fresh scam breaks. PDP demands Edu's prosecution. Disregard business allegations. Women group urges Tinubu. Tackle increasing cases of killings. Emeka Anyoko urges federal government. Keep eagle eye on poverty alleviation funds. APC chieftain urges Tinubu. We've taken this. Ehidoro gets APC ticket to fill Ondo reps seat. APC serves Obaseki quit notice as Emoson joins governorship race. Galba Uma Uba emerges APC candidate for Ngaski, Changa, Yauri Federal Consultancy. 2023, year of unbridled rally for Nigeria's stock market. Lagos to produce new tech innovators, developers, says Energy. EFCC visit designed to cause unwarranted embarrassment. Dangote Group. Expansion. Fidelity Bank awaits NGX approval, listing of 3.2 billion naira rights issue. Disregard business allegation. Women group urges Tinubu. Sanwo-Olu lost Funke Akindele, describes achievements as Lagos story. Leicester City boss Iheanacho yet to reach full fitness. Super Eagles pocket $35,000 each to win AFCON. Nigeria must be peaceful. Ebonyi taps flow again. Ebonyi taps flow again. Abuja abandoned community. Reps member brings dividends of democracy to constituents. That's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Sun newspaper. We'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. We will resist attack on oil facilities in Niger Delta. Tinubu celebrates FIRS boss Adedeji, business mogul Shaguri on birthdays. Why killings persist by Anyoko? Police target 59 billion naira from registration of 11.8 vehicles. We have no fake professors here, says University of Nigeria, Covenant University, University of Ilori. Arase to PSC workers abide by police recruitment rules or face. More Nigerians should embrace exportation, says NACO boss. Supreme Court affirms NIWA's sole control over inland waterways. 21 governorship appeals for hearing as Supreme Court this week. President orders probe of alleged 545 million naira fraud in humanitarian affairs ministry. Still on the stories making headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Foreign investors double stakes in Nigerian market. State, federal government on collision costs over shareholding in oil firms. States, federal government on collision costs over shareholding in oil firms. Fubara picked to sell Rivers Unity, says Wike. EFCC did not take any from our office, says Dangote. EFCC did not take any from our office, says Dangote. Nollywood, from entertainment to economic powerhouse. Police begin probe of woman's death in hotel. Nigeria, Saudi Arabia sign pact on 2024 Hajj. Federal government reviews conditions for sale of house under housing program. Federal government reviews conditions for sale of houses under housing programs. National Association of Nigerian Students urges Tinubu to prioritize security. Bronu reaffirms ban on illegal mining. That's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Go and register now in your ward. Get involved. The new APC is here in Anambra. This is sponsored by Sapol Chukuma, Onwa Umeri, Onyechinazo, and Ocha.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebona 103.5 FM with Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebona 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a bet.
Family is the foundation of the society. Now, the Rezinolo, never now, the 103.5 FM, wherever I got it, Roku Basale is in
Papa, Mama, na Umuaka, Makemaka, Ike Basalo is in classic lady.
every eminary, classic lady.
Never at 103.5
FM, no girl the Rezinolo. Canada, there every Tuesday, and Friday, 3 to 4 p.m.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu, as number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds
In your face.
on Emas in Ebona the corner
24/7. 24/7.
Biko nwanne m bekene ka m jụọ gị, kedu ebe m ga-enweta ezigbo MC maka mmemme a na-akwado?
Ikamaju kpọọ Shaka Shaka, the latest MC in town, ka occasion gị anwa bụrụ ịgba. Ị na-achọ ezigbo MC maọbụ DJ na agbamakwụkwọ go, agbamnkwụ go, child dedication go, imepe ụlọ, ọ bụzi ụmụ akwụkwọ na-eme graduation maọbụ end of the year party. Shaka Shaka bịa na mmemme ahụ. Ị mara na I love you bụ Selekunse. Kpọọ ya n'akara ekwentị ndị a:
09022670547 maọbụ WhatsApp 07030366888.
ụmụnne Shaka Shaka.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-96661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we are live at Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Drop your comment on the comment section of the live video. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. We are on to this day newspaper. 2027 poll not in focus for Atiku, Obi, Kwankwaso, others. CBN pays $2.062 billion additional FX forwards with banks, disburses $61.64 million to foreign airlines. United Nations, Nigeria's ballooning public debt, inflation, rising living costs, risk to 2024 growth prospects. Wibe, varsity, appoints pioneer vice chancellor, pledges bold leadership, boundless innovations. Instruct signal to ministry, department, agencies. Tinubu probes Edu over public money paid into private account. United Nations, we've taken this. Reforms already in place to curb multiple taxation, says Sanwo-Olu. NACO pushes for increase in air freighting of Nigeria's agri-produce. Tunji Ojo launches online passport application portal. Federal government, Saudi Arabia sign a memorandum of understanding on 2024 Hajj operations. Osun government seeks greater collaboration with Living Trust Mortgage Bank. Banking stocks gain 749.24 billion naira over rally in Access Holdings, UBA, 11 others. Jasper Small Medium Enterprises Hub set to host the Small Medium Enterprises Fest 2024. Trade Minister begins tour of industries Monday. BOI emerges most effective ministry department agencies in sustainable development. How to apply for 2024 pension clearance certificate. A new twist as AGF falls Beta Edu's request, says 585 million naira payment not honored. Dangote Group explains a visit by EFCC, says no accusations of wrongdoing. Hardship persists despite 23% FAAC allocation rise to states, local governments in 5 months. Baja, an uncommon phenomena representative. PDP NWC empowered to nominate candidates for election. For Chaibu, the chicken has come home to roast. Adopting new strategy to tackle insecurity. Please let Nigeria's judiciary breathe. Tinubu and peace in the southeast. Who is afraid of Atiku's ambition? Adopting new strategy to tackle insecurity. Funke Akindele's winning formula at boss office. Linus Idahosa, artificial intelligence as a beacon of innovation. The labor of our heroes past. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Gridlock tamed with iconic projects. Lagos government assures residents. Nigerian Air Force airstrikes neutralize 12 terrorists in Borno. Retired General Ohuyeye urges Ondo residents to seek selfless leaders. Oborowori hails Army's effort in fighting against oil theft. Regionalism, best option for Nigeria's survivor, OPC. Monitor poverty alleviation funds. Osun APC shift and tax Tinubu. Unity, key to community development. Ore of Otun. Akwa Ibom Governor's Aid attributes multinational firms' exit to Nigeria's economy. Central Bank of Nigeria settles additional $61.64 million FX forwards with banks. Ikoyi, Obalande, Imoba Kingdom select Prince Abdul Ganiyu Oni Ikoyi as Oba elect. Plateau killings. IAWPA African Director Meshie urges Tinubu to sign NHFSS bill into law. Yoruba Obas Forum condemns installation of Obas in diaspora. Bauchi Polytechnic alumni urged to collaborate for institute's progress. Bauchi government bans issuance of consent letters to mining investors. Bauchi government bans issuance of consent letters to mining investors. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Airborne Adi 103.5 FM. We will now flip over to our WhatsApp portal to bring you reactions this morning. From our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message that is coming from Comrade Manli Oduago from Odumobusi, and he says, considering the mirage of negative tendencies into which the nation or state has been plunged into, one may be forced to ask, is there any hope at all for Nigeria? My answer is a big yes. What fuels this confidence? Nigeria's past and present are not completely benefits of strength. Our abundant natural and human resources, top quality, human capacity are very much with us. It is not over until it is over. All could be called to good use by our president and his team. If they are not heartless, may God see us through these urgent stables. Comrade Manley Oduago from Odumobosi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message is coming from Chinedu Oneka, pastor, and it says BBC should shut up their mouth and allow TB Joshua to rest in peace. They knew all those secrets and kept quiet until now. So why are they revealing all those secrets? Is it for what purpose? Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. It is coming from a famous Christian and is joining us from Ipite village Aguluzibo, and he says, okay, Dr. Nwabezengige is a daydreamer by stating that APC will take over Anambra in 2027. Let him know that in 2025, let him know that APC isn't marketable in Anambra. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. It's coming from Ogugwa Kenneth Okuchuku from Umuoba Anam, Umuobalishi Kingdom. Federal government should put measure to stop all these incessant killings in Nigeria and value human life, strengthen border securities to ameliorate the influx of arms and ammunition, even light weapons. Nigeria economy is in a verge, it's on a verge to collapse the way it is going now. And it says, rest in peace for those that died in the boat capsized in Anambra State, and God should give their family heart to bear the irreparable loss. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message is coming from White Lion of Africa, and he says, renovation of a National Assembly every year is really costing Nigeria billions yearly. Nigerian humanitarian ministry should be scrapped. I wonder what the ministry is doing to better the lives of Nigerians. G5 governors saying they will return Tinubu come 2027 is just a mere talk. They have really missed their political calculations. Apart from Wike, who among them is still in the system of governance? Chris Ngige comments on APC taking over Anambra should just keep mute. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. There's no name to it, but he says, compliment of the season, please. I want to. Okay, I will get back to you on that. Now we still have this message. It's coming from Maloto Patrick from Monteje, and he says, from all indications, it can be deducted that that insecurity in the country is the talk of the day, and that is why both individuals and organizations like Chief Emeka Anyoku, Afenifere, National Association of Nigerian Students have continued to urge Tinubu to, as a matter of urgent public importance, address the issue of insecurity in the country. It is a known and indisputable fact that the primary responsibility of responsible government is to protect people's lives and property. But in Nigeria, the situation is different, and that is why I totally agree with Chief Emeka Anyoku when he said that the reason why insecurity is thriving in Nigeria is as a result of non-prosecution of the perpetrators. In a situation where the merchants' violence and insecurity are not persecuted, but instead are patted on the back, What do you think that will be the outcome? I therefore join all the well-meaning Nigerians to urge President Bola Tinubu to, as a matter of urgency, do something seriously to address the issue of insecurity in the country. This is coming from Waloto Patrick from Munteja. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It is coming from Akidia Amoke, Onyanamba na Umunachi, and it says the APC taking Anambra State on 2025 election is a story. They should stop eyeing that seat. As school resume today, we appeal to those that travel to hasten to come back for 2024 academic section. May the soul of those that died on River Niger, Anambra section rest in peace. It is coming, and it says Federal Road Safety Corps should caution drivers on over speeding. Okay, over speeding. And he says thanks. It's coming from Akidi Amoke Oyena Barangumunachi. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. It is coming from Chiko Bata from Obinetiti, and he says, may the souls of those who died in boat capsize in River Niger rest in peace. Okay, thank you so much for the encouragement. Now we have this message. It is coming from Aja Black from Odume, and it says the federal government don't need to probe anybody. They rather probe Emilokon Master, Almighty Dangote, and many of them to show all Nigerians that they have nothing to hide. Aja from Odume, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It is coming from Esther from Iftedunu, and she says, compliment of the season to all Ebonade fans. May this year, 2024, was okay. She says, please, the BBC should let TB Joshua's soul rest in peace. Esther from Iftedunu, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It is coming from Valentine Edene from Mumbo, and it says, Lord choosing pastor asks citizens to pray for leaders. Is it with empty stomach? Why can't he summon his fellow pastors to join hands and pray for Nigeria leaders, and also be their timely reminder that wicked ones never go unpunished? And he says that they should treat citizens with care instead of masses. And he said, nevertheless, ask our leaders to create job opportunities. Also tell them to stop tribalism, lopsided governance, and hijack of social amenities. And last not the least, to stop born to rule mentality. Okay, Valentine and then from well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll now flip over to our SMS portal to see if we can get you more reactions. You're listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona at 103.5 FM. This morning, we want to apologize to everyone who is trying to join us on our SMS portal, as the network will not allow us to see your messages. But thank you so much for choosing Ebona at 103.5 FM, as this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of newspaper headlines on Ebona at 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning. Once is 7 o'clock, so keep a date. And don't touch the dial of Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Once it's 8:20 this morning, we'll be back with Birthday Splash. Until we meet again, I am Martin. Have a blissful morning.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebonade 103.5 FM with Martin Ifeanyi Shubumi to every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebonade 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date. How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonade FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be, our government, whatever. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street report is here with hardcore journalists to get to the root of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifeanyi Shubumi, number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebonade 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Ebonade 24/7, 24/7.
Family is the foundation of the society. Now, the ezinụlọ n'ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM bụ ebe anyị ga na-etinye anya n'okwu gbasara ezinụlọ.
Papa, mama, na ụmụaka maka ịmata ihe gbasara ezinụlọ sonyelu Classic Lady.
Emenarị Classic Lady.
N'ebe ọ na-adị 103.5
FM n'oge ọdịmma ezinụlọ. Canada bịara dị every Tuesday na Friday 3 to 4 p.m.
Biko nwanne m bịakene ka m jụọ gị, kedu ebe m ga-enweta ezigbo MC maka mmemme a na-akwado?
Ị ka na-ajụ ajụ kpọọ Shaka Shaka, the latest MC in town, ka occasion gị anwa bụrụ ịgba. Ị na-achọ ezigbo MC maọbụ DJ na agbamakwụkwọ go, agbamnkwụ go, child dedication go, imepe ụlọ, ọ bụzi ụmụ akwụkwọ na-eme graduation maọbụ end of the year party. Shaka Shaka bịa na mmemme ahụ. Ị mara na I love you bụ Selekusi. Kpọọ ya n'akara ekwentị ndị a
09022